We are talking about India's aviation sector that is booming. Airports are expanding, airlines are ordering hundreds of aircrafts, millions of Indians are flying for the very first time. And tonight, serious questions are being raised about whether India's aviation growth is happening faster than safety oversight system or not. Ladies and gentlemen, reports now suggest that America's aviation regulator, the FAA, has renewed concern about aviation oversight standards in India after multiple troubling developments. And you know what? The timing could not be worse. Indigo reportedly faced a major operational disruption. Air India suffered a deadly crash in Ahmedabad. SpiceJet continues facing engineering and financial trouble. And suddenly, the global attention is returning to aviation safety standards, and that too in one of the world's fastest growing air travel market. This matters, and that too a lot, because India is expected to become one of the biggest aviation market on the planet over the next decade. Airlines are placing massive aircraft order, new airports are opening, regional connectivity is expanding rapidly. But aviation experts often warn that infrastructure growth, pilot training, maintenance system, and regulatory oversight must grow at the same pace. Otherwise, rapid expansion itself, it can create vulnerabilities. Now, the FAA's role, very important here. America's aviation regulator periodically evaluates whether countries meet international safety oversight standards or not. Well, these ratings, it affects not only airline reputation, but also future expansion opportunity, code sharing partnership, and international operations. If serious concern emerge, it can affect investors' confidence and global perception of aviation system. But this is not just about airlines. Aviation is deeply tied to India's economic ambitions. Tourism, business travel, global investment, international trade, diaspora movement, all depend heavily on strong aviation infrastructure. And that is why any international scrutiny, it immediately becomes a major national issue for India. And in the meantime, Indian airlines are also facing financial pressure from rising fuel costs. In fact, aircraft shortages, supply chain disruption, and fierce competition. Several carriers continue struggling with delayed salary, engineering problem, operational bottleneck. So while India's aviation growth story, it remains impressive. Tonight, there are growing questions about whether the system is being stretched too aggressively or not. Because, let's be honest, in aviation, perception matters almost as much as reality. One serious safety scare, it can damage global confidence, and that too very quickly. And tonight, India's aviation sector is under a brighter international spotlight than it would like. But while aviation concerns grow, another massive Indian business story, it is heading towards a dramatic legal turnaround in the United States.